I had this large book of business. And inside of this book of business, I had written insurance policies for a lot of artisan contractors. These are your painters, your plumbers, your roofers, etc. So I said, hey, you know what? I have all these different relationships. Maybe I would get into fix and flipping.
I'm a network engineer by trade. So I've always been hands-on with anything that I did. So military, they taught me computers, they taught me networking. When I left the military, transitioned back into civilian life, worked for Fortune 500 companies, still doing the same thing, building networks. So I've always been a hands-on type of guy. I just knew that I didn't want to do that forever, right? That was not my passion, that was my skill. But one of the most pivotal things that happened was I was able to meet my partner, Anthony, which was also a builder at the time.
So in 2020, COVID hit. During that time, it was very difficult for small builders like myself to get permits through the city of Dallas. You couldn't go to the office. Everything was supposed to be done over the phone. But the only people who could make it into the office was your big box builders, your D.R. Hortons, your Toll Brothers, things of that nature. So I went down there and I said, hey, how can I get in here? And they said, well, you would need to be representing more than 200 products. I wasn't representing more than 200 products. I think at the most I had was like 16 products at the time. So I decided to start a builders roundtable, we called it. And it was bringing small builders together as a cohort or a coalition and bring our joint powers and taking that down to the city and say, hey, individually, I may only have 16 lots, but as this group, we're coming and we represent 500 lots, right? Now we had the city's attention.
My mom raised me, to always be respectful. So I wanted to change the dynamic of who I was as a general contractor and a builder. Wanting to walk in the persona of a gentleman at all times, being respectful to my clients, being respectful to men, women, children, whatever the case may be, just always wanting to operate in a gentleman-like quality. And then adding builder to it, that's where the name came from. So there are a certain set of characteristics that a gentleman embodies, right? And I try to live by those things. And me being a builder just adds to it.
So Royce was coming to the Builders Roundtable, and he was sitting in on these meetings where we were trying to really use our influence to move the needle in the city for the small builders. Well, I didn't know that he had already been formulating a plan for a school called the Gentleman Builder. Really showing people who are lay people, I'm talking nurses, doctors, teachers, how to build or how to get a new skill set. So when he came to me to tell me about it, I really wasn't understanding what he was doing because I've never seen it before. By the end of his 2-day intensive, I asked him if I could be a part of the Gentleman Builder. And not only did he bring me in, he brought me in with the same equity split that he had, and he brought me in as the president. Fast forward almost 2 years now, we've planted over 200 builders here in the Metroplex. We have over $40 million in construction that has been produced. We have students that have started high volume construction companies. We have a number of project managers and general contractors that have been hired through this initiative. It has really just taken legs and run, and trying to see where God does with it from here on out.
They've created something. They now have the proof of concept that someone can come into their program, can learn how to build, and then also go out and do it. So I completely understand that.
If we're hitting a bullseye, every time we throw that dart, we're focused first on the people. And then everything else is secondary. I don't want to oversimplify, but I do want to make sure I over-declare. If there's such a word, it's all about the people. That's the whole thing. That's the bullseye.
Whether you're just starting, whether you're year 5, year 10, consistency is key, right? There is a book that I read by Dan Sullivan called Who, Not How. That was instrumental in me allowing myself to let go of the reins, to allow people like Anthony and Brooke to come in, utilize their specific skill set to allow this business to grow. Don't quit, even when times are tough, keep going, but also understand that every phase of your business is not predicated on you. There's somebody out there that is your who. You don't necessarily have to figure out how. Let them figure out how. You just go find the who. Do what it is that your heart desires for you to do. just learn from somebody along the way.
That was the biggest thing that American Heritage Lending brings to offer is, hey, if we say we're gonna do something, we're really gonna do it. Because I know that the company that I'm with and the backings that we have has the ability to do anything that we say. So that's why I just have the utmost amount of confidence in when I talk to investors, because we do what we say we're gonna do.
Make sure you connect yourself with somebody who has proven themselves prudent, somebody honest, and really knows what they're talking about. I see a lot of people who are trying to get into this, they're trying to get into it as cheap as possible and as fast as possible. And anything that I've learned that comes cheap or comes fast usually doesn't have the longevity. But find somebody that has a proven track record and that has delivered time and time again.
If I could say one thing to every client who has trusted us with a very important part of your life, it's thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for believing in us. And thank you for willing to take a step in as we take a big step in to developing a long-term successful relationship.